In the verdant landscape of the great savanna, which stretched endlessly beneath a sky painted in hues of cerulean and amber, there lived two friends who were an unlikely pair: Eloise, the elephant, and Andy, the ant. Though vastly different in size, the bond they shared was like no other, bound by respect, understanding, and most importantly, friendship. Eloise, with her towering presence, gentle gray skin, and large flapping ears, was the gentle giant of the savannah. Her days were often filled with leading her herd through the sun-dappled paths in search of water and fresh greens. Despite her size and strength, Eloise was known for her kindness and compassion. In stark contrast, Andy was an epitome of the small and mighty. As the leader of his little ant colony, he was quick, resourceful, and incredibly hardworking. His diligence kept the colony running smoothly, making him a respected chief among the ants. His voice, though tiny, carried weight in his community. One particularly sunny afternoon, while Eloise lumbered lazily to a nearby watering hole, she heard a faint, frantic call. "Help! Help!" someone cried. Ears perked. Eloise traced the sound to discover her friend Andy trapped under a log, unable to free himself. "Oh, dear Andy, hold on," Eloise exclaimed. With careful yet decisive maneuvers, she wrapped her sturdy trunk around the log and lifted it with ease, freeing Andy from his predicament. "Thank you, Eloise. You're a lifesaver," Andy chirped, dusting himself off as he regained his balance. "Anytime, my friend. But tell me, how did you end up in such a fix?" Eloise inquired with genuine concern. "Ah, it's a tale of ambition," Andy chuckled. "I thought I could move the log myself to construct a shelter. It seems I overestimated my strength." Eloise laughed gently, her eyes twinkling. "Even the mightiest among us need help sometimes. Don't shy away from asking. Remember, my trunk is always here when you need it." Days and weeks passed, and seasons changed. Eloise and Andy continued with their lives, forever changed by their previous encounter. But it wasn't just Andy who learned something significant that day. Eloise realized strength wasn't just defined by how much one could lift or resist, but sometimes it lay in how well one could listen and care for the needs of others. One breezy autumn evening, as they gathered under the expansive branches of their favorite baobab tree, a storm began to brew. The sky furrowed with dark clouds, and the wind roared through the grass. Andy foresaw the danger to his fellow ants who were collecting food nearby. The rain would soon flood their paths if they didn't seek shelter quickly. "Eloise, I need your help again," Andy shouted over the gusting wind. Without a moment's hesitation, Eloise used her vast size to form a makeshift dam, allowing the ants precious time to scamper back to their homes before the rain descended upon the savannah. Later, as the rain gently fell, leaving the air cool and clean, Eloise and Andy sat side by side, knowing the value they brought to each other's lives. They understood that strength came in many forms and sizes, and that even the smallest actions could have the greatest impact. Thus, under the starlit savanna sky, the elephant and the ant reaffirmed their unyielding friendship, teaching all who cared to see that true strength lay not in what one could do alone, but in the bonds of unity and shared respect.